This game is hard enough when your mind is clear, but imagine performing at the highest level when it's clouded with the possibility of death. That's what Brian Wanamaker had to endure this season, and that's why he's one of the strongest people you'll ever meet.
That was the scariest part, just seeing, I don't want to even say the words, but seeing things about people dying and stuff like that. I just didn't know what was going to happen.
These days, Brian Wanamaker graces the Texas Wesleyan hardwood with a whistle in hand.
Marco got shot. If not shot, ball screen.
But 12 years ago, he was a first-team All-American for the Rams, a 6'3" stud guard who went on to play overseas in Germany and Lithuania.
Inside, power move, and finish.
Brian was at the peak of his professional career when suddenly an unfortunate visa issue forced him to walk away from the game he loved most.
When I finished, it wasn't on my own terms, so that ended up making me get banned from the Schengen zone, they call it, in Europe, for 2 years.
During that time span, he was at a crossroads for what to do next. The lawsuit over his eligibility was unsuccessful, so he found himself working retail back in the States.
I have found a job at Lowe's, and I worked there for 6 months, and then Coach Singleton gave me a call to come coach here.
There we go, Keith. There we go.
A career path he was destined for.
And if they don't guard you, just rip through.
When Brian and his twin brother Brad were growing up on the north side of Philadelphia, their mentor Razul Haj changed their lives for the better.
At that moment, I don't know, 14, 15, I knew I wanted to coach. I knew I wanted to be like him. I never said that. But I wanted to be like him, like just to help all the young men he helped.
Good, Keith. That's good possession.
And I think I feel like my purpose has always been to impact people's lives.
But in September of 2022, Brian's life was impacted in the most severe way imaginable.
It was one day I was walking into practice. I was walking at the same time as Coach Singleton, and I just said, Coach, my back is really hurting today, and I really can't come into the office. I gotta call my PC and go to my doctor right now.
Doctors eventually found a cancerous tumor. The diagnosis? Multiple myeloma.
I didn't react until she said I may have to learn how to walk again. And I think that just blew my mind, because I'm just like, how can I move around? How can I be a father? How can I be a coach? Like, what's gonna happen with my life?
Endless rounds of chemotherapy followed. He was in a vulnerable state that not even his own family could have prepared for.
I was in shock, honestly. I was in shock. My kids was around at the time too, so I had to break it down to them. So everybody was so sad, and they was like, oh my God, we're about to lose Uncle B, the kids love you.
It just hit to my heart because I felt like he's just starting his life, a young father, marriage. All these things that he should be embracing and challenging. Now he has another weight to bear.
But nothing would stop him from coaching. How do you approach going to chemo and then coming to practice, going to games, doing all this stuff? I can't imagine anyone doing that.
I think it's a situation where I can choose to be a victim or I can take ownership of my life. I'm not always tough. Sometimes I fake it, but I don't fake it for myself. I fake it for my wife, my daughter, the players, My
pops had passed away from cancer, so it felt like a familiar place for me, and knowing that he had it, I can't take no days off, no minutes off, no hours off. If he's not, if he can fight through chemo, why can't I fight through practice?
Brian's fight motivates everyone, especially the ones closest to him.
I always said I would not coach. I'm just gonna be around and try to mentor kids, help kids. But I'm coaching my program. I have a program here in Philadelphia. I'm coaching, and it's all because of Brian.
Cal, you getting all the way through to the corner if you don't pass to the post?
Initially, I was like, no, I'm not talking about myself. I'm just going to continue on with life. But the more I look at it, the more I may inspire one person that doesn't know me at all. I think we can all take control of our life, take ownership of our life, and use our experiences to inspire other people.